For the first time in way too long, I went outside in the great state of Arizona to look for some wildlife. And hey, it went pretty well. Take a look. Just found this cute little bugger under a rock. Little centipede eating snake. Black-headed snake. And of course, as always, they have this nice vibrant orange underside. Which is, it's very nice. We like them. Found a smooth claw scorpion. These guys are a smaller scorpion species that's only here in southern Arizona. But I say a smaller scorpion species, but honestly, this one is not that tiny for one of them at least. I mean, it's a good maybe 2 inches long, which is pretty good, and it's so fat. Fun. Look at those thick claws. Well, we're on our second black-headed snake, and check out the size of this thing. Like, normally these are tiny snakes, like very small. This is like a real snake. That is by far the biggest tentacle I've seen. This guy's eating giant desert centipedes for sure. That's cool actually. Normally I'm not that excited about finding these, but that is cool. So here's an exciting little ant. This is Cephalotes roweri, the Sonoran turtle ant. Related to, the same genus that's very common in the tropics. But here in Arizona, they are, well, not common at all. This is only the third time that I've ever seen them. And the first time that I've managed to feature them on video. This is a minor worker, of course, but pretty interesting looking ants, don't you think? We're on fire with the tillas today. This is our third tilla. Guess that's just how it be sometimes. The easiest flipped snake in Arizona. Yep. Lovely couple. A lovely couple. The male actually doesn't have any mites on him, but I find it's very typical for the females to be covered in mites. But I also find that the males have them a lot, but this guy doesn't. There's a king and queen long-jawed desert termite. Typically I'd actually consider collecting these, but part of why I was surprised to find them is there's like no workers where they are. So if I'm not going to be able to get enough workers, then there's no point. But hey, that's pretty cool. Wouldn't you say? I think you all know how excited I am about this one. And on top of that, springtime harrows are not common. Not at all. Look at that, we finally got a real snake. Big ol' whip snake. Oh, at this point it's getting ridiculous. But this one's cool, he's got a stubby tail. Something's messed with him. Stubby little tail.
Now we know they're in there.
Yeah, so funnily enough, it's been like 2 to 3 years since any of us have seen these. Besides for the one today.
Yeah, this one's good.
And we have more Sonoran turtle ants. These are just larvae, but trust me, they are, well, we have found a nest. There's quite the number of them inside there. Found this lady. It's a Phydolia obtusospinosa queen. And of course they're pretty cool. They're trimorphic. We've got some super majors going on down here. But well, actually I think all the super majors left. But regardless, there's one. And a dead pogo worker. But I'm gonna let this girl go. I'm not really too interested in keeping them because I've done it before, and she needs to produce new eggs for her colony, so there she goes. The trip is continuing to be quite snaky with this little baby night snake. So cute. I really wasn't expecting this many snakes, numbers-wise, but hey, I won't complain. Lovely here, a colony of Trachymyrmex arizonensis, a favorite of mine. And what's especially interesting, which I really doubt that I'm going to be able to show you guys in this here vial, but they have two queens, which is super atypical. I think there's one, if you can barely make her out. But yeah, there's totally two. Maybe I'll take some pictures after I get them home. But yeah. A pretty impressive Camponotus semitestaceus colony, which is not a particularly common species in this locality, so happy to see them. We got elates, they'll be ready to fly in a couple months' time. But yeah, this is a species I don't see all that often, and I'm always happy to. Got some big majors in there. So here's that cephalotes colony that we collected earlier, the branch. You can see they are very much in a branch. And you may be able to see right down in there, that is the lovely and surprisingly only queen. Typically these guys are quite polygynous, and this is quite a big colony. There's a lot more workers elsewhere. But I guess they only got the one. Maybe they had more in other branches that we didn't see, but if that's the case, hey, good, and there will still be a colony on that tree. But so cool. So very cool. So, in case the audio quality isn't quite as good for the second half of this video, here's my microphone. It like got closed in the car door or something. So if the audio quality for the rest of this isn't quite up to par, sorry. Well, I really wasn't expecting to get these guys on the vlog yet again. They've been featured one other time, or twice actually. But these are Acanthostichus, or Stichus, depending on how you want to say it. And I was so wondering when we were going to turn these up at this locality, because these are termite specialists, and there's tons of termites at this locality. And it finally happened after like dozens of trips here. Finally turned them up. And they're so weird looking. They're a weird dory line raider ant. They raid termites, like I said, but they're built super weird to navigate those narrow termite galleries. And you can see they've even got a larva, which is equally strange and elongate as their ants are. Just so super weird. Found this little butthead eating all the honeypot ants. Look at him, he's no remorse. Let's see if I can film some honeypot ants all over the place. And he's just sitting here having a feast. But he's cool looking, so I guess I forgive him. Just found our 5th tantilla of the trip inside a big Camponotus sansibinus colony. Whether or not that's correlated, I don't really know. Potentially, these guys are insect and centipede eaters. So, could very well be that those fat larvae were a snack. Who knows? Not like 2 minutes later, we have a very beautiful mountain skink.
Love to see them.
Love to see them. We love endangered skinks. So pretty. And with that, the Arizona wildlife season before monsoon has ended. For the next several months, it'll be way too hot and dry for us to find anything cool in this here state. That said, the content is not coming to an end. I've got some exciting international trips, some exciting cross-country trips, and some other videos in the works. So stay tuned, get subscribed, and keep an eye out. There's exciting stuff coming. And ultimately, thank you for watching.